Good morning, Team Alabama. We are ready for some more 42. 42 is not just a number. Please turn to chapter 19, The Triumphant Return, late September of 1947. Page 86. Please find it on your Chromebook and read along with me. The Dodgers clinched the pennant, their first in 6 years, on September the 22nd. But Brooklynites didn't wait for the official end of the 1947 season to celebrate. On September the 19th, 3,000 ecstatic fans greeted the team at Pennsylvania Station as they returned from their road trip. As in Montreal, fans mobbed Jackie. He managed to outrun them to a telephone booth to call Rachel. 6 police officers cleared a path to the subway for Jackie so he could get home to Rachel and Jackie Jr. September the 23rd was declared Jackie Robinson Day at Ebbets Field. Jackie's mother, taking her first airplane flight, attended, along with 32,000 other people. J.G. Taylor Spink, the publisher of Sporting News, who had spoken out against integrating Major League Baseball, presented Jackie with his paper's very first Rookie of the Year award. Spink stated clearly that Jackie was not getting the award for being a trailblazer, but for his superb skills. Jackie's batting average for the season was a .297. He led the Dodgers with 125 runs scored and led the league with 29 stolen bases. In 46 tries at bunting, he had failed only 4 times to reach first base. He tied teammate Dixie Walker for the most doubles and Pee Wee Reese for the most home runs. Walker, one of the Dodgers' most vociferous opponents of Jackie playing for the team, said, "No other ball player on this club, with the possible exception of catcher Bruce Edwards, has done more to put the Dodgers up in the race than Robinson has. He is everything Branch Rickey said he was when he came up from Montreal." During the 1947 season, almost 1.9 million people had paid to see the Dodgers on the road. At Ebbets Field, which seated only 32,000, 1.8 million fans had come to a home game. In a nationwide contest of the most respected men in America, Jackie was ahead of President Truman and World War II heroes General Dwight D. Eisenhower and General Douglas MacArthur. He came in second only to pop singer Bing Crosby. Time magazine put Jackie on its cover. He received countless invitations to speak all over the country, and a movie about his life was planned. Chapter 20. The Subway Series, September the 30th through October the 6th, 1947. New York City was a flurry of excitement. 2 home teams, the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Yankees, were facing off in the World Series. The Yankees had captured the American League pennant by 12 games. The Dodgers had beat out the Cardinals in the National League by 5 games. Americans, black and white, from all over the country had booked trains and airplanes and gassed up their cars to get to the city. New York's hotels were booked solid. Jackie's mother, Rachel's mother, Jackie's brother Mac, his sister Willa, the Reverend Carl Downs, and 5 of Mac's friends had flown in from California. Yankee baseball great Babe Ruth, entertainer Danny Kaye, New York Governor Thomas E. Dewey, and New York City's Mayor William O. Dwyer were among the 73,365 fans packed into Yankee Stadium for the first game. Another 25,000 or so were seated on nearby rooftops. The series was set to boom out from the 80 million radios in the country, and for the first time, more than 3.9 million people would watch a World Series on television. In their homes or in bars, President Harry Truman had said he hoped to find some time to watch it. Most sports writers had declared that the Yankees were a superior team and would take the series in 4 or at least 5 games. Dodger manager Bert Schotten encouraged his players not to be intimidated by these predictions. They, too, were a great team. They had triumphed over the powerful hitters of the Giants and the Cardinals and faced down the great pitchers of the Boston Braves. The Yankees were concerned about Jackie. They had to figure out how to control him. Their pitchers couldn't just walk him because once on base he was a terror. Jackie's season record was 29 steals, more than whole Yankee team combined. In the first inning of the first game, however, Yankee pitcher Frank Shea walked Jackie. Then Pete Reiser came up to bat, and on Shea's second pitch, Jackie streaked off for a second and beat out the throw. Reiser hit a hard grounder, and Jackie bolted for third. Shea scooped up the ball, and the fans watched spellbound as Jackie stopped and faked with his head and shoulders as if he were going to return to second. His strategy worked. Shea was confused about where Jackie was headed and tossed the ball to second baseman Phil Rizzo, and the ball flew over Rizzuto's head, and Jackie resumed his race toward third. He was tagged out, but all the back and forth had allowed Reiser to get safely to second, in position to bring in a run, and when Dixie Walker hit a long fly to left field, Reiser raced home, and the Dodgers took the lead. The Dodgers did not win this first game, but Jackie Robinson gave the fans a mighty show. When the Yankees won the second game, many predicted they would go on to sweep the series, and then the Dodgers came back to win the next two games. In the fifth game, Jackie drove in the lone Dodger run, but the win went to the Yankees. The Dodgers came back with a victory in the sixth game, tying up the series, but the Yankees took the seventh and final game to win the World Series of 1947. The Yankees had triumphed, but all of Brooklyn was proud of their Dodgers anyway, and especially proud of Jackie Robinson. Okay, please go ahead and add a few facts to your 50 facts, and we are going to stop there for today. Have a great rest of your day, Team Alabama.